Attention! The following video is totally going to kick ass.
If you enjoy any of it or have a large, please click the sub and like button below. Enjoy.
Being healthy.
For the win. Sonic is my
Jesus
baby,
Christ,
no homo.
Slag, this is an intro.
Hey YouTube, SDH4 here, and today I'm going to be reacting to a new Dead Meat video. I haven't reacted to Dead Meat in for a while now. Man, it's been so long. Anyways, I hope you enjoy the reaction video. Watch the original video first. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Dead Meat. Hit that like button, ring the bell notification. Support Dead Meat. He's a really good horror movie YouTuber. Without further ado, we're going to get started. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally the victims and
Hey,
all
James.
horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at
Long
Never
time no
Alone
see.
2, released in 2023. Despite the
Oh, yeah, it's
name of
a
this
fan
title,
film.
This is actually the third installment of the Never Hike fan film series, which includes the similarly length Never Hike Alone and the shorter prequel Never Hike in the Snow. All three were made by Vincent DiSanti of Womp Stomp Films and deliver much-needed cinematic depictions
Nice.
of Jason Voorhees, while the Friday the 13th franchise continues to sort out its legal tangles. Never Hike Alone 2 is DiSanti's final Friday work for now, giving us the long-awaited rematch between Jason and his protagophobe Tommy Jarvis. Never Hike Alone 2 is equal parts sequel, prequel, interquel, and requel. It spans the whole scope of the Never Hike series and brings Tommy Jarvis together with the main characters from Never Hike Alone and Never Hike in the Snow. To fund the film, DiSanti raised $315,000 on Indiegogo, 3 times the budget of the previous installment.
This feels like the closing of a chapter of a story that, felt like, in some regards, like a little bit of a destiny route for me.
He put the money to good use, since Never Hike Alone 2 is the biggest and best of the Womp Stomp film series.
You know
cements
it.
their Ghost Jason as one of the character's best depictions, and as always, puts drone technology to good use. And while the other 2 entries had solid kills, this one's gore is on another level, thanks to the returning special effects makeup team, Nora Hewitt, winner of Face Off and effects artist for Dylan's New Nightmare, and Cody J. Wilkins, who also worked on Halloween 2018. Between them
Sweet.
and production designer Rachel Leggett, Never Hike Alone 2 delivers all the kills you'd hope for from a Friday the 13th. Can Ghost Jason scare up enough? Ow. What?
Ow. Uh-oh.
Christmas
The
presents?
team.
Oh my god, I haven't gotten the team their Christmas presents.
There's an
Fix that
FBI
with today's
agent.
sponsor, Raycon. I can't believe I hadn't thought of this already. After all, as someone who uses my Raycon earbuds daily, I know their comfortable in-ear fit
Oh, a
and premium
sponsor.
sound quality makes them the perfect gift. I even gifted my mom a rose gold pair that she loves. And thanks to their limited edition holiday bundles, I'll be able to stock up on tons of options for less. Let's
Sweet.
see. The Everyday Audio Kit is a great option if I want to get a little variety for everyone. Or I could go for a few of the Everyday Headphones 3 times kits and stock up on headphones for the whole crew.
Okay.
Of course, I can also shop from Raycon's newest offerings, Raycon PowerTech and Raycon Home. With the bundles, I could grab an Everyday Charge Kit, which includes their Magic 180 power cable, Magic Charger, and Magic Pad Pro. Or I could venture outside
Sounds like
the
a good
bundles and
deal.
grab their Room Air Purifier. But which to choose? Really? Again?
Wow.
We'll take one of everything. Okay, well, let's just wait for Christmas and see. You don't have to wait for Christmas, though. You can get premium audio and power tech at a great price this holiday season by going to
Sounds good.
buyraycon.com/deadmeat to get 15% off site-wide. Can Ghost Jason scare up a satisfying conclusion to this series? Let's find out and get to the kills.
Here we go. The movie
The
begins.
movie begins down at the old slashing hole of Crystal Lake. Young Tommy Jarvis is fishing for hockey masks, and they did a great job styling this kid like Corey Feldman in the final chapter. Too bad he gets yelled at by older him.
What did I tell you about coming out here alone?
It's never hike alone, not never fish alone, and you're not our dad. God. From his perch atop this nearly submerged dock, seriously, how is that thing like flush with the lake? Tommy the Younger starts using naughty language, like the J word.
Is it because of Jason?
J-Man answers for him, popping up and dragging the Tommy boy into the lake.
Oh no.
Tommy the Elder dives in after him and match cuts himself awake in a great shot that was replicated in Dylan's New Nightmare, which Vincent DiSanti helped produce. Tommy wakes up in what might as well be a holiday basket, because it's full of Easter eggs. His bulletin board is littered with franchise references, including homemade kill counts, response, and a suggestion that Roy Burns, the Jason imposter from Friday 5, was under the spell of a curse. Ooh.
Oh my
One article
gosh.
mentions his mom Tracy Jarvis, who was killed off screen in the final chapter, and another asks what really happened in New York City in 1989.
Oh.
I'll tell you what happened. And God,
Jason
garbage ass movie
knew,
is what happened. Tommy can live
Jason
with nothing
Takes
else,
on
but he won't
Manhattan.
stand for Jason wetting his bedroom. Oh, wait, I guess he will stand for that. He faces down Ghost Jason, looks him in his eye holes, and sweetly whispers, "Title card." Tommy Jarvis is once again reprised by Tom Matthews, who played the role in Friday 6, Jason Lives. In the time
Oh.
since Never Hike in the Snow, Matthews has helped Friday Dreams come true.
That's the
for
same
other fans.
Jason. That's the same Tommy Jarvis. Holy crap!
Myself and was executive producer on one to help out of my own money. I was because I applaud the effort.
In addition to producing My Special Boy, he also reprised the role in Zoran's Social Mediasicus 2 and Friday the 13th Vengeance 2 Bloodlines.
Dang.
Tommy copes with his bad dream by driving up to Camp Crystal Lake with a gun and a cooler full of opening credits. He clears cabins like he were a summer camp cleaning service and makes sure the dock hasn't slipped into the lake yet. Good, still only mostly submerged. Now he can shoot at some water and call it a day. Bang bang! Just as he's about to go buy more tape for his conspiracy board, Tommy's oldest non-immortal enemy shows up.
Oh no.
I tell you about coming up here, Jarvis?
Sheriff Rick Colon is again played by Vincent Guastafaro, also reprising his role
Oh.
in the 6th Friday film.
Wherever the red dot goes,
You bang.
you bang.
You
All these years
bang.
later, still yelling at Tommy.
It says to stay the fuck out.
Wow, he sounded exactly like a G.I. Joe there.
Get the fuck out of here, you stupid.
Jeez.
Colon is tired of the hockey mask horseshit and tells Tommy to leave. He does so with maturity and grace. Neither of them realize they're already being watched by the deadliest creature of all, a vlogger. I love how the camera HUD fades into view as we re-meet Kyle.
Oh, it's a vlogger.
Signs are really expensive, so avoid them all costs. Pun intended.
Kyle was the main character in the first Never Hike Alone, which means we're currently in prequel territory. Watch out for pod races, y'all! As Kyle sets off to live out the first film, Dr. Diana Hill grieves her missing son, Mark. We met these two in Never Hike in the Snow, the prequel to this prequel sequel. Mark Hill kicked off that short by eating Jason's axe, and we last saw Diana mourning her son's Photoshop skills. EM Tommy is surprised to see Dr. Hill back at work so soon, but not everyone processes things by jogging in the woods with a shotgun, dude. Also back to work are ill-fated medics Denny and Axel, who's working on being better than his aerobics ogling coroner namesake.
Oh my gosh.
Please don't call me that.
Sorry, I'm working on it. Too bad we know he'll relapse in the future when we catch up to the end of Never Hike Alone.
Look at the beard on that vagina.
Back in the woods, outdoorsy lovebirds Jamie and Gino are having some intense grab ass when something busts. What's that? Don't worry, Jamie. It ain't Gino. And it ain't Jason yet either. It's a very injured Kyle McLeod. Can someone please tell him where he is?
Forrest.
God damn it, Gino. Kyle's indicates the scene takes place after he was stabbed in the book in Never Hike Alone, but he's still alive enough to tell Gino to run and provide a demonstration. See, Gino, that's how you help someone. Before Gino can head east to the tent and deliver his gal a deep dish salad, Ghost Jason polishes off the big spoon with his machete. Little spoon Jamie only gets a scream in before the cut, but unless she comes back and never fuck alone, consider her donut dunked. Great editing joke there, which reminds me of the humor in Friday 6. I got a kick out of seeing these two in this fan film since I'm a fan of their work. Gino's played by Adam Michaels of @Adam's Art Box, who's at horror conventions all the time. He's acting against his real-life wife, Kali Malia, who meets him at his booth. They're very friendly. Go say hi. Back at the hospital, Dr. Hill is barely keeping it together, mistaking Axel for her dead son.
See, Mom? I knew you nailed this.
Don't worry, lady. It's just Axel and his silly face. She steps outside for fresh air and chats with the hospital's other visibly haunted employee. Hey, that's cool, as long as they don't go messing with kill count numbers.
My son is still alive.
Wait, what? He like ate an axe.
I know my son is dead.
Lady, make up
your mind.
This is actually a really nice scene for the character. She struggles with the state's classification of her Schrodinger son. Before Tommy can commiserate with his own Crystal Lake trauma, they receive an emergency call.
Ranger service reported an injured hiker way out on Cunningham Road.
Cunningham Road is obviously a reference to Sean S. Cunningham, who directed the original Friday the 13th. Wonder if that road intersects with Victor Miller's Crossing. Tommy hangs a left on Trivia Avenue and finds Ranger Jackson waiting with the injured Kyle. She hands him over and tries to get on her way, but Jason pulls a Michael Myers and pops up in the back seat to kill her with an arrow through the throat, just like his ghost mama taught him. Ranger bleeds to death before honking on heaven's door. Tommy thinks he hears murder noises, but ignores them. And while his back is turned, Jason rolls the Ranger's vehicle away? What? Maybe he's just trying to
Dang.
match the continuity of Never Hike Alone 1. We're finally caught up to its final scene, and those lights weren't in the background back then. He should have done it a shot or two earlier, though. We now get a mini remake of the original scene, complete with the same dialogue.
What the hell is going on back here?
Only this time, Tommy's more angry.
What the hell
Oh.
is going on back here?
The other big difference is
Dang.
the sound of Jason's footsteps. He's no longer a fucking J-Rex. Tommy's ready to go
Jeez.
rubber, but there's a
Heavy
zombie
footstep.
goalie anxious to see him. Jason drags Tommy out for a proper reunion, and when Axel tries to see what's going on, he gets axled in the chest. Not sure if I should double count this kill, since I already counted him in Never Hike Alone, but fuck it. They went through the trouble of reshooting it, so the least I can do is recount it. Same logic applies for the other paramedic, Denny, who gets a slightly more graphic end than her prequel predecessor. She still dies by sound effect, but this time it's crisper than a toasted grissini. We also see the
Ooh.
aftermath of it. Tommy comes to the rescue with one more repeated line.
Remember me, asshole?
Then he drives off into daylight, springing forward into the same lighting of the first film's final shot. Jason tries to be a persistent little bugger, but he's no match for the power of the locomotive. Tommy's ambulance reaches its final destination, terrifying Dr. Hill while she's listening to her dead son's voicemails. Wait, does her phone say Friday the 14th? Jason, it's not even a work day, dude. Get back
Yeah.
to the shack. Tommy doesn't apologize for almost pet cemeterying the doc. He just yells obvious shit at her.
Make sure he lives.
Yeah, like that's kind of her whole job, dude. Sheriff Cologne has a dream about a bunch of missing Indiegogo backers and his deceased deputy Alan Mabry, who got golden chainsawed in Never Hike in the Snow.
Yeah.
He was played in both appearances by Brian Forrest, who also portrays Ghost Jason whenever it isn't DeSanti under the mask. Also, since some of the medical center scenes were filmed at a fully functioning hospital in Lake Arrowhead, Forrest was able to provide some unusual charity.
He's walking through like it's like a Make-A-Wish Foundation as Jason, like visiting people in their hospital room.
Yeah, Clone's dream turns into a nightmare about Tommy Jarvis stealing his catchphrase. He wakes up to a message.
Oh, wow, you bang.
This isn't the final chapter because Jason lives again. He gets to the crime scene and sees all the bodies, but it's not the J-Man he suspects. Instead, it's the guy he's been cyber stalking and keeping a whole accordion file on.
Put out an APB on Tommy Jarvis.
The alleged maniac convalesces in the hospital, where he dodges questions from Nurse Hobbs.
What kind of accident was it exactly?
She's played by Rakafet Abergal, who was a co-producer on this movie and who
Oh,
wrote,
nice.
directs, and stars in her own horror films as well. Dr. Hill finally corners Tommy about what's going on, so he comes clean and recaps the entire Friday the 13th franchise. Well, I guess he leaves out all the space stuff, the death
Yeah.
version, and
I mean, that's in the future, to be fair.
he does take ownership for creating Zombie Jason, though.
I fucked it all up.
Haha, yeah, you did, dude. You straight up Frankenstein that motherfucker. Hill has a hard
Franken
time
Jason.
about Jason, but is nonetheless shocked to hear about her son's likely fate.
Are you saying that my son was murdered?
Diana Hill's played by Anna Campbell, who's voiced characters in video game franchises like God of War and Apex Legends. She's now Friday the 13th royalty, co-starring with DeSanti in the 2021 fan film Jason Rising. She's a great actor who makes for an excellent scene partner with Tom Matthews. This movie really benefits from them sharing multiple scenes together. The two review
Yep.
Kyle's vlogging GoPro to see if he caught any proof on camera.
He's a YouTuber.
A what?
It's an internet thing.
Hey, it's a living, okay?
Yeah,
Find
it's a
footage of
living.
Kyle disturbing Pamela Voorhees' beauty sleep, which we saw happen in the original Never Hike Alone. That revelation forces Tommy to interrupt the latest figment of Kyle's imagination.
Tell me what you see.
A severed head? Yeah, looks like demonetization to me. Kyle says he can't remember where he saw the head, so Tommy tells him to pack his still bloody bags for a Camp Crystal Lake field.
Oh my
The authorities
gosh.
are already looking for Tommy, so despite their best efforts, they're caught on their way out of the hospital.
Uh-oh. Not
Kyle
good.
tries to tell them all the true meaning of Friday the 13th, but they refuse to listen until the power goes out, the lighting gets stylized, and Jason himself walks in. He's carrying the severed head of a cop named Deputy Boltman, proving to the rest of the police that he's the real deal.
Holy shit.
Deputy Boltman was seen earlier,
Yep.
and he's played by Douglas Tate, who briefly portrayed Jason himself in the final shot of Freddy vs. Jason, where he leaves the lake holding Freddy's head. In fact, his death here is a direct reference to that shot. Tate also stunt-doubled Michael Myers in Halloween Kills, transformed into a werewolf in Annabelle Comes Home, and is the Jack Link's official Sasquatch.
Damn.
Jason's here and he's ready to be a bad boy, bad boy. He sinks his machete into Deputy Thompson's shoulder and then punches clean through Deputy Stout's chest, adding new meaning to the term body cam. Tommy tells everyone to run, but this is the coolest shit Cologne's ever seen. He watches as Jason disembowels Nurse Hobbs, giving us this sick sickle shot. Huh, she's just kind of leaning on the J-Man there. Well, he was good to his mother. Makes sense he'd be supportive. Cologne doesn't get his ass in gear until he gets some encouragement
Oh, wow.
from Tommy. Come on, you fucking idiot! By then, Jason has thrown his Leslie Vernon special into security guard Justin's back. The others, I guess, abandoned him there, so I'm just assuming he dies. Womp womp. Stomp stomp. Films. They flee to the parking lot and discover Jason's latest power. He can strip car batteries with the speed of a NASCAR pit crew. There's a spare in the ambulance,
shoot.
but it's parked too far away, at least until Cologne attempts to throw Jason off their scent.
Suck lead, fuckhead.
For the first time ever, someone uses dualies against Jason, and it's exactly as useless as you'd think it would be. Jason chucks his axe at Cologne like it were a Ralph Lauren polo, and not even that can stop Cologne's obsession with his catchphrase.
You bang.
Jason's never been a catchphrase fan though, so he overpowers
Oh,
him,
shoot.
swishes his head into cool red water,
Ugh.
sending this hombre to eternity for men. For real though, that was a dope kill. The distraction works well enough to allow the Jarvis squad to speed off towards Crystal Lake. Haha, Jason, you couldn't catch him. I'll take a long
You
walk
missed.
to a store dock. Oh, hey, I wasn't serious, dude. At the campsite, Tommy asks Dr. Hill to stay behind while the boys get ahead.
Actually, I'm down the draft.
No, you're gonna show me where the head is, remember?
Shit.
Kyle McLeod is once again
The head.
Drew Leahy, whose fandom fame got him a role in another Friday adjacent project, 13 Fanboy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to go all fanboy on you.
13 Fanboy also features Vincent DeSanti, and, you know, some other guy too. Kyle and Tommy search the cabins for Pam's head, which gets Jason's mommy senses tingling, so he fast travels out of the lake to his watery bachelor pad. Thank God they had that sign there. I would have missed the lake 4 feet away. By the time their headhunt ends with a picnic basket, Yogi Voorhees barges in, avoids a shotgun boo-boo with his axe, and gets them to exit stage left out of the cabin. Kyle gets knocked out, but Tommy has enough fight in him to blow off half of Jason's cheek. The plastic surgery only makes him angry, and he responds by breaking Tommy's gun in half. It is pretty funny. Tommy whips the rest at him. Jason's wrong! Jarvis makes a break for the archery range, not knowing that Jason's been practicing in the off-season. He should have watched Never Hike in the Snow. Jason pins Tommy down with 2 arrows and is about to
shoot.
Hanzo Shimada his ass when Dr. Hill comes in to give him a splitting headache in the exact same way Chris Higgins did back in Friday 3. Hill thinks Jason is dead, but Tommy's been in enough of these movies to know he's just extra pissed now. Luckily, Kyle's awoken from his XYZs and has a WMD.
You looking for this?
A weapon of motherly destruction, but why it look like monkey? Jason takes the bait and Kyle leads him to the beach where Pamela simply cannot stop losing her head. Tommy tells Kyle he can end all of this by destroying the mummified mommy melon, so when Jason emerges from his watery break room, Kyle lets him do the honors himself. Mamma mia! His mother's head falls apart in his hands, exposing her uncooked ramen brains. Then Pam's poltergeist appears to help cross Jason over to a peaceful life.
Now come on.
Jason's spirit is finally at rest, so maybe we'll see an end to all this violence. Haha, psych! Tommy gives old Maggot Head a taste of his own camping equipment and knocks his block off once and for all. Damn, a lot of head trauma in this one, huh?
Nice.
News report with a surprisingly accurate kill count and a whole crapload of cameos from Friday vets. First are the voices. So many voices.
It's 15 past the hour. We're getting some breaking news. It was
a long night for anyone unlucky enough to be a witness.
Wow.
Among them are Adam Marcus, director of Jason Goes to Hell, Lauren Marie Taylor, who played the adorable Vicky in Friday 2, Ron Sloan, he of the Friday 5 Dirt Bike and Dylan's New Nightmare casting session, and Tom McLaughlin, rock star director of Friday 6. Of course, the on-screen newscaster is also a cameo, and a former pro. It's Tracy Savage, who was in Friday 3 and who went on to have a career as a journalist. Savage segues to the mayor, another cameo.
To the victims and their families, I offer my sincere condolences.
That's Larry Zerner, who played Shelley in Friday Part 3, the man responsible for Jason's hockey mask. Zerner has since become an attorney and translates legal updates on the franchise rights for fans. Of course, we've got to talk about the biggest cameo of them all here. Right behind the mayor is our very own Zoran Gavoyich as FBI agent number 1.
Oh, wow.
The less Zorny FBI agents clean up the crime scene, Dr. Hill finds closure with her son's death, and Kyle gives Tommy his GoPro, complete with all the evidence he'll ever need to prove Jason was real.
Thanks, but that's behind me now.
Wait, What? No, no. Hey, that's still a perfectly good GoPro, dude. You could have just wiped the SD card.
Yeah.
Just met. Surviving Jason makes you hugging bros. And Tommy finally makes peace with his childhood bowl cut. But far beneath the waters of Crystal Lake, perhaps Jason lives again. Or maybe just finds something mildly funny. The movie ends, but mid-credits, we get a vlog from Hikerman 5000, a fan whom Kyle shouted out just before he learned to never hike alone.
So let me catch any of you noobs out here. That's right. Looking at you, Hikerman 5000.
Since Kyle has quit the YouTube grind, Hikerman Ryan is planning on picking up where he left off. Now, I'll count you later, Hikerman 5000. But for now, let's get to some other numbers. Jesus! How long have you been standing there?
The whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. You didn't notice that?
Very quiet. 12 people died in Never Hike Alone 2. Of those, 7 were men and 5 were women. That gives us this pie chart that you should never bake alone. Surprisingly, we've only seen this count and gender breakdown once before, in Friday the 13th Part 3 no less, which starred some people who cameoed in this film. That's fine.
Oh, wow.
For a runtime of 73 minutes, we had a kill on average every 6.08 minutes. I'll give the Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill to Sheriff Cologne. I absolutely loved the obliteration of his skull, and
Jeez, I
evidently, so did
bet.
most viewers. His death is the most replayed moment on the upload. Dull Machete for lamest kill goes to Justin the security guard for getting stabbed in the back and dying by assumption. At least let Jason step on him or something. And that's it. Never Hike Alone 2 came out earlier this year, and after 7 years with the series, Vincent DeSanti has no further plans to return to Crystal Lake. But maybe, since the legal rights seem to have finally been worked out, we can get Jason on the big screen again at some point during my lifetime. Either way, until
I
next
hope
time,
so.
I'm James A. Janice. This has been the Kill Count. Hey everybody, thanks a lot for watching the Kill Count
Well.
for Never Hike Alone 2, starring top build Zoran Gavoyage.
That's me. I was in this movie. This movie was all about my character.
Yeah, Vincent had emailed Chelsea and I to also be in it, and it got lost in the emails in October. And it wasn't until a few weeks ago that I was going through emails and I was like, oh, I could have been in it. So, my bad. Thanks, Vincent, for trying.
Yeah, man, he did such a good job with this thing.
Yeah, always does. I want to thank some patrons like Kevin Smart, Kevin Script, Christopher Bueno, Kate Ekman, Twasn't But a Scratch, Alan Kramer, Clown.likes.rob.zombie, Kenji, Tobias Foster, and the Little Ferret Pal going to Court Lawyerdale. What are you guys doing with these names?
No, that one's legit.
Oh, I got verification.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that reaction video of Dead Meat. That was a good review, James. Keep it up. And I'll see you guys all later. Peace. Stay healthy for the win.